What happens when you grow up in the shores of Oxnard and you surf your life away and you think, is this my future? Well, maybe not. Maybe it's music. Welcome Dylan Garcia, who has combined both his love of surfing and music into a fantastic career. Dylan, nice to have you with us.
Hey, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So tell me a little bit about how that all started for you, because you know, when you grow up in Oxnard, it's like really the tale of two cities, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. You know, growing up, I always had a love for the ocean. My mom would take us to the beach during the summer. You know, we get on our Maury boogie boards and just have fun in the whitewash. It wasn't until curiosity spoke to me when I was about the age of 16. I had transferred high schools, and a lot of my friends, we all went to the same elementary schools, and a lot of them were boogie boarding, bodyboarding, and playing in bands. And that kind of just blew my mind, because the first high school I was going to, I was playing baseball and football. So this was a whole different culture shock once I transferred high schools. And a buddy of mine from high school had the bodyboarding magazine, and he always brought bodyboarding magazines to school, and I was always checking them out. And I said, you know what, this is something I want to get into.
So when did you first pick up the instruments and start singing and creating music?
Well, I went to UC Irvine after Ventura College, and I was 19 years old when I bought my first guitar. And wow. That's when I started teaching myself. No one really showed me how to play anything on guitar. And I just kind of had a roommate. My first roommate showed me just how to play an A chord and a bar chord. And he said, you learn how to do that, you pretty much can learn how to play the guitar. And I kind of just went from there. And I had wrote a lot of poetry when I was younger. And
there you go.
I got broken heart. A woman broke my heart in college, and that's when I bought my guitar. I wanted to write sad songs and pour my heart out and write songs, you know, and that's just kind of how it all came about.
Well, it's just really interesting to me because, you know, you have developed a definite style, and the name Dylan comes from some place that you would never expect it to come from. Tell me about that story.
Well, I was working on a project back in January of 2016 with the incredible producer, Kenny O'Brien. And I was really timid. It was a big collaboration project. I mean, there were some really great vocalists in there. And when it was my turn to get in the vocal booth, I was really nervous. You know, I'm like, wow, I'm working with Kenny O'Brien, you know, like I got to do my best. And my timing was off, my singing, everything was just a disaster. So by the time we get to the third take, he's like, you know what, just watch my hand. I'm going to tell you when to cue you in, and just don't be nervous. Just sing the way you sing. And the way I sang was kind of a voice that I had never sung in before. And right when I'm done, he stops and he puts his hand on. He's talking to me from the control room, and he's like, "How did you do that?" And I said, "I'm just doing what you're telling me to do." And he goes, "You remind me of a cowboy. You remind me of Bob Dylan." And my publicist at the time had come out of the control room, and she's like, "That's it. You're Dylan Garcia from now on." And
isn't that incredible? What an amazing thing. And so your music has carried you, and you're doing really well with it. But you also have a cause that's very near and dear to your heart, that you are helping kind of make aware of people, make people aware of what's going on inside of you through your music as well. Tell me about that.
Yes. Well, in 2009, I was diagnosed with bipolar, and I was hospitalized. I had just signed a record deal. And I think I was raised on a pedestal, like really, really quickly. And I think a lot of the pressure, you know, it's a lot of pressure in this business. And I kind of feel like that pressure kind of put me over the edge, because I felt like I had to be this grandiose example of an artist. And I ended up being hospitalized. I really didn't know what was going on with me. You know, that was just kind of my reality at the time. And now that I look back, I mean, I had probably been dealing with this my whole life.
And so you're bringing awareness to it through your work, right?
Through my work, yes. If my music can give me a platform that I can use my experiences to help other people, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Fantastic. So how can we find your music, and where can we hear you? And not in person yet, but soon.
My Facebook musician page at Dylan Garcia Music. You can find me on Instagram at Dylan Garcia Music as well. And you can find my music all over Spotify, Apple Music. I got music videos on YouTube. You know, I got everything all lined up already.
Well, Dylan, you're a terrific guy. Thank you so much for being with us today. And, you know, I wish you the very best of luck with your music, and it's terrific. I really enjoy it. It's a great sound. Much success to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.